Hi everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most important and often overlooked parts of the apprenticeship review process, helping apprentices set strong, meaningful SMART targets. Now, as assessors, our role isn't just to check progress, it's to guide apprentices towards becoming confident, competent professionals. And SMART targets are one of the most effective tools we can make that happen. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to use SMART targets well, how to support apprentices in creating them, and how to make every review more valuable for everyone involved. So why do SMART targets matter? SMART targets bring structure, clarity, and direction. They help apprentices stay motivated, help employers understand their progress, and help us make sure the standards are being met. But most importantly, SMART targets give apprentices ownership of their learning journey. When we support them properly, we help them build confidence, take responsibility for their development, stay on track for timely completion, prepare effectively for EPA, and develop professional habits that last long after the apprenticeship ends. Before we get into the SMART framework itself, let's talk about how important it is to have the correct review environment, because mindset matters just as much as the targets. A great review space is supportive, not intimidating, collaborative, not assessor-led, focuses on the strength and not just the gaps, and honest, open, and solution-focused. Remember, apprentices often avoid setting targets because they're worried about getting it wrong. So reassure them, targets aren't tests, they're development tools. When apprentices feel safe to talk about their challenges, they create better, more meaningful targets. So let's look at the framework in a bit more depth. Specific. This means supporting the apprentice to move from a vague idea to a clear, focused action. Instead of setting broad goals, we help them identify exactly what they want to improve or complete. Clarity is the foundation of a strong target. Next is M for measurable. A target should always have something we see, check, or evidence. When a goal is measurable, we can confidently say whether it has been completed and the apprentice see their own progression. A is for achievable. Targets should stretch the apprentice but be realistic within their workload, their skills, and the support available. Achievable targets build confidence, not frustration. R is for realistic. This means the target must genuinely support the apprenticeship requirements, the knowledge, skills, and behaviours, as well as the job role and the learner's development. A realistic target isn't just possible, it's meaningful. And finally, we have T for time-bound. Every target needs a clear deadline. This helps structure progress, keeps the apprentice on track, and ensures that the next review has something concrete to measure. So let's look at some coaching prompts to guide your apprentice through using SMART targets. How about asking them, can you describe the exact task or skill you want to develop step by step? Or how about, which part of this task do you struggle with the most? Accuracy, speed, confidence, or understanding? Or is there a particular process, tool, or responsibility you want to master? When setting something specific, avoid, I want to get better at communication, and maybe try, I want to improve how I handle customer complaints on the phone. When setting something that's measurable, you could try, how many times do you want to practice or complete this task? Or what quality indicators will show you've achieved this? What's the accuracy? Fewer errors, better feedback? Avoid improve my stock checks, and maybe try, complete 3 accurate stock checks with 0 discrepancies recorded. When setting something that's achievable, think of coaching prompts such as, what resources, support, or training will help you achieve this? Do you feel confident in attempting this independently, or should we use supervised practice first? Avoid saying, be fully confident with the new software by Friday, and think about, complete 2 guided sessions on the new software before trying 1 independent task. When ensuring the target is realistic, think about as the employer identified if this is important to your development. Avoid using targets such as learn about marketing because it interests me, and use something like learn to create a professional email template linking to knowledge, skills, and behaviours and effective communication. Finally, when ensuring something is time-bound, ask the apprentice what is a realistic deadline for their workload, and what date should we agree for as this final deadline, and how to stay on track. Avoid complete this soon and change it to complete this by the 15th of the month and upload evidence the same week. When setting SMART targets, here are the key things you might want to avoid. Assessors setting all the targets. Targets are too generic. There's no evidence identified. Deadlines are unclear. And targets don't link to standards or the job role. When we avoid these pitfalls, reviews become purposeful and not just procedural. So let's look at some exemplary SMART targets. And in each of these, you can see how they're specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. And this is really important to make sure that our SMART targets are meaningful and show progression for that learner. We play a huge role in shaping the apprentice's journey, and SMART targets help us guide with them, give clarity, fairness, and direction. And when apprentices learn to set their own SMART targets, not just follow our own, they grow into reflective, proactive, skilled professionals. So in your next review, take a supportive coaching approach, build confidence, offer guidance, and help your apprentices set targets that genuinely move them forward. And if you would like any support on the following on using SMART targets, email quality@warwickshire.ac.uk.